Oh, yeah.
Hump day. Whoop, whoop.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
We back.
We
We
back.
back.
Recording
We
on a
bad.
Wednesday.
We bad. It's hump day, baby.
Yeah, it is, and we're recording on a Wednesday today.
We're throwing curveballs. Last time
This
was
week's
Thursday.
on a Wednesday. Stay on your toes. You never know when these episodes are going to keep coming out.
Maybe we'll still post it Thursday. You don't know.
You don't
Oh,
know.
they probably know by now, but we don't know.
I don't know right now.
I don't know if you know.
Then if I don't know right now, they definitely don't
They
know
can't.
right now.
Well, they know. Well, now is when they're listening.
But but
So
by
they do
now
know.
when they're
Right now,
listening
they
is
know.
when they would know.
Is when they'd look back and say, "I knew."
So you remember last week when you called me really handsy?
Yeah.
Yeah, look at you
I'm
over
feeling
there.
it today.
Look at
Feeling
you over
it.
there. We need to get some video going on this thing. I
Go
think
with
we're
your
gonna
instincts.
I think we're gonna do it.
That would be most good. Get a video of the whole PC,
The whole podcast.
the whole podcast.
The whole thing. From soup to
The
nuts.
St. Patty's was fun.
The best type of shit show there is.
I don't know if our listeners have ever heard of a little game called Karaoke Roulette.
Oh man, is it a fun game?
Why don't you explain it
For
to the
some,
listeners?
for some of you, you may already know what I'm talking about. You know what? Sometimes I wonder if I actually made this up. It's called Karaoke Roulette. So let's just say myself and you, Jeff, right?
Tommy hands, by the way, just so they have a visual.
My
hands.
hand, my hand just went up to say me and you. I said, no,
Go
me,
ahead.
me, Tom, you, Jeff. So let's just say there's 5 of us that go out. Me, you, the boys, we all go out.
Okay.
And we're playing karaoke roulette. So the idea is every person gets to pick one song for one of the other 4 people that
Your
are there.
choice of song.
Any song you want. And
You
they're
set
not going to
somebody
know
up.
what it is until they get up to the microphone and it says,
No preparation.
the guy is always like some weird dude that's
Always the weirdest
that's got like a
fucking
weird
dudes.
like sweater, not a sweatshirt, a sweater that's too big for him or something.
They're always dressed like they didn't know they were going to a bar to put on a show or you know,
They have no idea what they're doing.
mustache, greasy hair.
But they know the words to every song.
And they
they
can
know
usually
which song you're
sing
talking
decently
about.
because they
But
usually.
Anyhow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about karaoke roulette. So each person gets to pick a song for all 4 people, but at the same time, you got to be careful what you're choosing because they can pick a song for you to sing. So you have to sing essentially 4 songs that night, not knowing what the fuck you're going to be singing. So we played that at St. Patty's. Drunk as all. Sidebar, I got to tell this story real quick.
Go.
So I was up there during karaoke roulette, and I looked back at the bar. Everyone's laughing, having a good time, making fun of me because I'm singing.
They'll find
Yeah,
out.
you'll find out in a second. Excuse us. But I look over at the bar, and underneath the bar, sitting on the footrest, is Johnny,
Oh, yeah.
looking up at me with a look in his eye that just said, "I don't know where I am."
Wait,
How
this
did
must
I-
have been
how
later,
did I
much
get here?
later on.
Yeah,
I would
this
think.
was much
I
later
hope.
on. So it wasn't during roulette. It was just singing karaoke. But I looked at him and he looked me right in the eyes, and the look in his eye was of fear. How did I end up here
did I
on this
get
step? How did I end up on
You know,
the
I can't
footrest?
stand up because the bar is above
But I gave
me.
him the look like, hey, all right, making your own seat. You like that?
All right, so that had nothing to do with karaoke roulette.
Yeah, nothing
Well,
at all.
Yeah, so thanks for that awesome story. Why don't you get back to karaoke roulette?
Well, we talked about the karaoke roulette and how it works, right? So there was one other person there that I was talking to about karaoke
Let's not use her
roulette,
real name.
Sam. So I won't
Sam.
use her
We'll
name.
use Sam just for a placeholder.
Fine, that's fine.
Sam.
Sam and I decided to get into this battle of karaoke
Who
roulette.
chose? She chose your song first.
Right. I told her, be careful what you do. Because this game is a fickle beast. It's tough. Because someone can really screw you.
This game's a bitch.
So I said to Sam, I said, "You listen, if you want to do it, you go ahead and pick a song. And then I'm game to play this. But I'm not going to pick the song first on you. You got to strike first because I don't want to over offend you." Well, get my name called and I see Beyonce, Independent Woman.
Oh yeah, can't forget it. I got videos. Maybe I'll share it with people.
Girl, I didn't know you could get down like that.
First of all, this song was supposed to pin you. You know, Tom's fucked. He's got this Beyonce song. You knew way more of that song than you were supposed to.
Who fucking doesn't know all the words of that song?
It's
Beyonce. It's Queen Bee.
First of all, I haven't.
Queen Bee.
I haven't heard it in 7 years. I have no idea, dude. Of course, I remember some parts.
You're lying to me
But
right now
you were-
if you tell me that you don't know at least like 3 verses of that song.
I remember. I don't know karaoke. You know the words, but I forgot. There's a part.
You know the rhythm.
There was a part leading up to the chorus that I totally forgot. It's like, do, 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 you got it. And you held the mic out like you were so ready for that part. And I do not, I wouldn't have been ready for that.
I'm sorry. I remember songs better than you do. I don't know. And Beyonce, she usually shakes it in her videos, so it's something you might want to watch.
The Queen.
Queen Bee.
So you got to fire back.
I think I killed that song, by the way, though. I think I nailed it. There was people cheering. There was people laughing, singing along.
It was a success because it was a song you never would have picked for yourself. You performed the hell out of it. You got the crowd. It was broad daylight. We were daylight wasted.
This was at like 3:30.
Yeah, middle of the day.
Yeah, it was like 3:30. They literally just kicked off the whole ceremony back at the bar. I think we got there for the bagpipes and everything. It was good.
The bagpipes.
So I was like, all right, bitch is going down. I'm picking a good song.
Now, did you research anything or did you have this song ready?
I've played this game before. So like when you want to get someone who gets like not nervous, but like shy or like embarrassed about something.
Which Sam, we'll call her, doesn't really.
Right. Yeah, she kind of does.
Anyway.
Oh, anyway. So I picked My Neck, My Back.
The filthiest.
God awful song. Mom, if you're listening again, do not download that song. Dad will go crazy.
Lick my what to my what? Why is he licking your back?
Wait, did you have something on your back?
Yeah, what was that? Sam said
Let me lick it
that she Googled top 100 dirty songs.
Yeah,
and
right
that
after
was
she got
literally number one.
Number one. I did not do any research.
I
on
believe
it.
you. I believe that
whatsoever.
that you had that in your holster. Ready
Oh
to
man,
go.
it was like sitting there like hot sauce on my belt. Like I'm just ready to throw it on.
She picked the wrong guy to have a karaoke battle with. That's for sure.
I thought more of us should have got involved. It would have been a lot more fun, but no one was really into it.
Well, it turned into the guy just passing around microphones and different groups of people singing. Like there was a Bruce set in there, which was just Rosalita, Glory Days. He knocked off a few in a row that were just killer. Everybody going nuts.
Rosalita,
Awesome.
I just remember it was a really good time.
We were trading lines for a little there. Back it up. Oh, it's nice.
Really good time.
So one of the drummer boy from the bagpiping group or whatever. On the way out, Johnny, Mr. Under the Bar himself, somehow got a hold of the drumsticks, and his girlfriend, TC, is wearing the drum, and he's going, bop, 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 and he drops one of the sticks, and then he's like, boom, 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 and I'm watching the drummer just look at him like, I can't believe he let him do that. Like, how did he let him, like, it
Almost
sounded like he was going to
drive
put
the
a hole in
stick
it.
through the drum.
Yeah, I'm so surprised that thing didn't break, and then once, I think he dropped the second drumstick, maybe, the guy was like, okay, let's call it there.
That's enough. No more.
Amazing. He disappeared. Oh, the night fizzled out. We wound up at the diner.
Oh yeah.
It's the sign of a good night.
Yeah, if you can say at the end of the night the diner is the best option. And it's not like we were there late.
No, it was still like old people doing dinner. It wasn't like the shit face.
I think it was like 9 o'clock.
It was 9 o'clock.
We started at noon.
We did start early. We got a nice early start. But that was nice. I liked being done with the night. I think I was home 9:30. I was freaking wrecked. But if your night ends with mozzarella sticks, I mean, it's never a bad thing. Diner mozzarella sticks, sweet spot.
See, I got fries with gravy.
Oh,
when
because
we
you
were
did a
there.
full corned beef dinner at the bar. I forgot about that. Everyone's drunk dancing around. All of a sudden, Tom's bellied up to the bar with a fucking hunk of corned beef and cabbage.
Someone was eating it with me to my right. I don't know who it was.
Oh, that's a busboy.
Kept slapping his hand away. He was trying to take my plate.
So that's why you got a couple small dishes at the diner, you were fucking filled up.
Yeah, I was pretty filled
You never
up.
would have just got fries.
It's a full plate. And well done, Clada, on the corned beef. That was fantastic. Fantastic.
I think we're getting old though, because
We were in
I
bed,
might be
we
wrong.
were in bed by 9:30,
we might
10
be getting
o'clock.
younger. I might be wrong, but home. But it's not just that we were home at that time because it was a marathon of a day. But it's that I was so happy to be home at like 9:30 and not be knowing that I got a full night's sleep ahead of me. Like I'm getting old. If that makes me excited.
That get your blood going. You get juiced
Yeah,
up.
man. Like you remember in Connecticut how old we felt at the bar that night? We were rocking some sport coats.
What were we up in Connecticut for?
We had steak night. Oh, so we have
quarterly steak night.
We have a very rich tradition in our group.
Very rich.
We have it's
Very
called
rich.
quarterly steak night.
Some of the best nights that we've ever had, and we've known each other, like, just so you guys know, you probably do, but whatever. We've known each other since kindergarten. Except Bob, really, but whatever. He still counts to kindergarten. I consider him since kindergarten.
It's second grade. You can round.
How
them-
old are you
can
in
round them
kindergarten?
up.
4 years old? 5 years old?
5, I guess.
You're talking 28 years of friendship.
It's a lot.
It's fucking beautiful.
And it took us this long to figure out that we should do a quarterly steak night.
And that's why they're still the best things that I've had the whole time we've been together.
So there's 4 of us. We call ourselves the 4 Horsemen.
Right. Which turns out my last name actually means horseman.
That's pretty crazy.
Looked it up because people were talking about what their name means around
Was some Gaelic?
St. Patty's
the
Day.
original meeting,
it's like Inglach, something Gaelic. I don't know
which
how to
translates horseman.
a horseman. no shit.
Yeah,
No
there's 4
idea.
of us. We're the 4 Horsemen.
But anyhow, we do these steak nights.
So every quarter, and we are 5 for 5
yeah, five for
since
five.
we started this. We haven't,
So this is steeped in history of rich tradition.
but we should keep this going forever. I know we will. But we had our 5th steak night in Connecticut, so we go up there.
Capitol Grill,
We start
Really good.
It's fucking banging.
really really good.
We start drinking at like 5. It was a late dinner. It was like a 9 o'clock dinner, and we go bar hopping afterwards. And I'm all about sport coats now. I'm all
You had
about
me
it.
on the sport coat that
So
night
you
too.
were rocking one too,
But I tucked my shirt in.
and I think we had like 5. I think there was 5 of us that went out to the bar, and I've never felt so old in my life. Well, the first pub was cool. We had like an Irish bar.
First club was great,
Great
because it
band.
was bands, Irish bar. So it was
There's no
like,
room to fucking wiggle there.
How many times did that like server come past us and we have to like shimmy past and
Too
do
many.
and do the butts to nuts every time he
I hate the butts to nuts.
just brushes
It's
by
so
and
awkward.
gets a little head. It's just a little bit.
It's as if
You're
he
like,
was trying to. It's
"Hello."
like, say excuse me. Don't just brush up against my stuff.
Like, did you enjoy that?
He must
Because
have.
you violated me.
'Cause you keep coming back
You
for more.
violated me.
Some part of you liked it.
What is the service bar behind me? Is that what it is? Or is
Well,
it,
this is not the service
this is
bar,
not
pal.
this is not for service.
This is not on the menu. So the second bar we go to, we hop to a second bar, and there are young people everywhere. Like I'm in a sport coat. I probably looked like I was picking up my niece at the bar more than I was there to hang out.
Becky,
Becky!
where are you, Becky?
Becky, you texted me. You said you were ready. Get out of the bathroom.
Sir, Becky's actually not in the bathroom.
She better be.
Sir, look up on the stage.
Oh my God, my sweet little Becky.
Becky, get down off that stage.
Becky's a slut!
Who the fuck's Becky?
I don't know. So that was the oldest I have felt in a long time.
I just remember walking into that bar. And, like,
that the last thing you remember?
It was close, but we got to the point where we thought that we were lucky to get a bar space, but in reality, we were like 5 skunks walking into the bar because everyone just fucking cleared out. We had a space. Did you realize in the crowded dance club, lights fucking flashing, DJ music blasting, which is totally not our style, but
No.
we're standing in the bar and we're at the bar and there's literally 4 feet of space at all corners of us.
I just thought it was convenient.
It was, me too. But when I think back on it,
Turns out it was crowded everywhere else.
did you go to the bathroom?
I
There's
did.
hundreds of people
There were a lot
in
of
your way of
people.
the bathroom.
We were the old
There
guys.
wouldn't have been as many if people weren't so afraid to stand near us.
We were the old guys.
By like 15 years.
There were like meatheads and tiny little V-neck shirts. There were girls with their thongs hanging out of their pants.
Remember whale tails?
Whale tails. There were
Yeah,
some of those.
remember that
going
one?
on.
Like there was a style where women wore their underwear out on
Well, you
top
used
of their
to
belts.
used to wear that once in a while. You get your whale tail out.
My underwear above my
That
waistband.
you don't wear. Tom doesn't wear underwear.
I don't. I'm not afraid to admit
Everybody
it.
knows it.
It's fine.
He is not afraid to be the plumber in the group. Also,
Well, that's not because I wear no underwear. That's because I was diagnosed HBC.
excuse me.
Yeah. You don't know
High butt
high butt crack. Yeah, it comes up a little high. So it crests the belt line.
Tommy HBC. I wouldn't say
Diagnosed.
no underwear is unrelated to having your plumber crack show at most times.
I think it's unrelated because even if the underwear was there, it would still be dropping.
How many plumbers had to have their ass crack show before they all gained that reputation? Where it's universally known if you're
Well,
butt
like-
crack showing, you're a plumber.
How
Plumber!
come, how come shoe shines don't have like their butt cracks hanging out?
Yeah,
How
they're
come like
bending over all
who
day.
else is bending over doing something? How come the
Curb painters.
curb painters
All
yeah.
day. Bend over. Look at it. Curb painters
What
crack.
about pedicurists?
Little Asian ladies?
It doesn't have to be Asian ladies.
Pretty
That's
sure
pretty
they wear
racist.
underwear.
I'm not an Asian or two
Anyway.
not wear underwear, but
I don't know where you get your toes done. I don't know. Because you do go to a salon, don't you?
to get my hair done,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course.
Rosie with the magic fingers that does the hair, like the shampoo.
Do you call her Rosalita?
No, I don't. I call her Rosie.
You should.
She's about like 86 years old. She reminds me of one of my grandmother's sisters who was about like 4 foot nothing.
So you're like a lifelong client of hers. You
Dude.
can't go anywhere now.
That lady used to cut my hair when my mother took me there when I was a kid.
So you started going to a salon when you were...
It was just because that's where my mother went, and I just fucking got my hair cut there.
My mother brought me to a barber shop. You know, where men go.
It doesn't matter.
It's all women talk, shampoo in your hair. Do you put the thing on
So hold on.
afterwards? You
So
put the
hold on,
little
think
thing, keep your hair
Oh,
dry, so it dries
you
nice.
go in
get
the egg?
mousse.
You go in
They
the
give
half
you a little
an egg?
mousse up there.
I go because Rosie's hands. She washes my hair.
Do you wear a shower cap when you shower so that you don't, get all the conditioner?
Oh, after I go to the salon? Of course.
You gotta protect.
Of course I wear a shower cap after the salon.
I don't get treatment for nothing.
All right, whatever. I get my hair cut at a goddamn salon. What the fuck's the difference? She does a great job. Look at this thing. It's a beautiful cut.
You have a hat on, you dumbass.
I know. They don't know that. You guys didn't know I had a hat on. He could have just said, yeah, he's being real combative tonight, and
Oh yeah,
it's because it's hump day.
it is hump day. Whoop whoop.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So the steak nights were a lot of fun. Let's get back
Oh
to the
yeah.
steak
Anyway,
nights.
we're getting old. So I went to. You were gonna say?
No,
You got something?
I'm not allowed to say anything anymore.
I saw your hands flailing. I knew something was about to come out. I just didn't know if you should go first.
To be honest with you, I
go.
totally forgot what I was going to say. So just go on.
So we were in
getting
South Carolina like 2 or 3 weeks ago. This is speaking of getting old story. So we're at a concert at this cool venue. Picture like half a basketball court of 18 to 23-year-olds on the floor, general admission type of thing. And then there's
old.
like
All right. Thank you for clearing that up because I was wondering why you were somewhere where 18 to 23-year-olds are all on the floor. Like, are they laying out?
you're a sick fuck. You
You're
know
a
that?
sick fuck. I'm just
Where
trying
do you
to get
go that 18-year-olds? You're trying to be competitive.
trying to be combative to be compatible with you.
Competitive.
Compa-
Anyway, we go there. There's a ton of people on the floor. We find a spot with our back to the bar, like behind the sound guy. So we have got our space. We love this. This
You
is
probably
great.
had your musician geek boner rocking all show.
Oh yeah.
Standing behind the soundboard.
Watching them work at the bar right here. You just turn around, whoop whoop, dude. It's
That's
freaking
it.
great.
That's your thing today, huh?
I know.
Whoop,
I'm all
whoop.
about it. So people are piling in. We got there an hour early. We got there an hour before the opener started. So we were tuned up. We were in great shape. People keep piling in. And the bathroom was kind of through that sea of people. And you see like a light against the brick wall. It's like bathroom here or whatever.
50 yards
So
away.
I made my way through there one time. Took a few minutes. But you have to like aggressively maneuver. You got to have your
course.
concert mind on. And if
course.
you're not used to that. So we're with Bob, and this is another Bob bowel movement story. So I don't know what's going on with Bobby Bowels here. This week in Bobby Bowels.
Bobby Bell. This week in the bowels of Bobby.
So Bob was like, bathroom's up there on the right. And I'm like, yeah. So he goes, he disappears, comes back a minute later. He goes, I couldn't do it. He goes, I can't stand kids. He's like, I couldn't do it. So he goes, we have wristbands or whatever. So he goes to the guy at the front, I guess makes friends with him. The guy said, you can come back in. I guess, I don't know if he said he was going for a smoke or what. Bob goes around the building into an empty parking lot or a parking garage, finds a place to piss around the wall. And he did that 3 or 4 times during the night to get back into the show.
Are you kidding me?
Just to avoid going through the young kids.
What did he say to that guy?
I have no idea.
He must have made up some crazy story about how it was medically necessary for him to go outside.
I need fresh air every 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, I get very nervous when I'm in large crowds. I just need to get away.
And we were slugging beer, so you had to constantly pee. And I would go through the crowd, and he would go outside every time.
Bobby Bowles.
Bobby Bowles. This week's Bobby Bowles.
I hope that at some point we stop talking about Bob's bowels.
I'm sure he does too.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd prefer that.
I'm wondering at what point he's gonna tell us or ask us to stop.
We should have him on the podcast in the next few weeks and have him
Explain himself.
Yeah. Talk about those.
It's a good point. We did say we want to bring some guests involved into this thing.
I think we'll get there. I think we'll have different friends join the podcast.
Is that what we want as our first guest, Bobby?
Maybe bring Sabrina too.
Bring the 2 of them.
Yeah.
Oh man, what questions are we gonna ask?
We'll work on that offline.
Oh man, I got like 4 just jumped in my head immediately.
We should
should have our listeners ask questions to those 2.
We should. Where do they be an adult and email us?
That's right. Don't put it up on Twitter. Don't be that guy or girl.
Send us an email.
Goyle.
You're an adult.
Don't be a goyle. Send us an email. Jumpinsocial@gmail.com. Don't think that just because we're Facebook friends means you should contact us there. You're an adult. Start sending emails.
So speaking of our name, Jumpin Social, we can't really use our acronym for anything.
No.
In case you haven't noticed, it's JIS.
Oh, mom, earmuffs real quick. Yeah, that spells jizz. Like, come on.
So what are you listening to? The sounds of jizz.
You know what I love listening to in the morning?
Jizz.
In my ear.
What you got in your ears? Oh, it's just jizz. Just jizz. Every morning. So we're going to come up with, get some artwork done and whatnot. Can't be JIS.
No.
Can't be. Wasn't meant to be. In my ears.
It was never meant to be in your ears. Think about it. What's the purpose?
Not to be in your ears.
Well, we're supposed to be in their ears.
But
Just not the acronym for our show here.
Earmuffs.
You can remove the earmuffs now, Mom. I feel like I need to talk to her because we put out 1 episode. Obviously this is going to evolve over time. My mom tells me the other day as I'm walking through her house, she says, I heard your podcast.
It's almost like she looks at you like, I spoke to your teacher.
I knew damn well what she was referring to from everything I said last week.
What lines do you think she...
the biggest compliment she gave me was that she's like, when I was done listening to your show, I felt like I had to wash. Wash my...
I need to clean up. Give me a washcloth, quick.
I feel filthy. And I was like, you know what? Thanks. It's kind of where we're going. Jumpin Social. It's part of the game, asshole. We're a bunch of assholes. Kind of all makes sense.
It all comes together.
Yeah, full circle. You come a full circle.
Papa-san.
You must Papa-san. And everything for you will come a full circle. I could do an entire episode in Asian accent. One of my favorite accents to do.
Maybe you and Sabrina could have an Asian off.
Oh, we can have an accent off. Write that down. Write that down. Accent off.
I recorded it.
Oh yeah. You guys write it down.
Somebody
You guys
write it down.
She is probably one of the best accent people I know.
Absolutely.
And even if she's not the best at the accent, she has so many. She's the best at accents.
She's the most well-rounded.
Did we try to count them one day? Wasn't it like it was double digits?
She can do variations. She can do, if you're from parts of the country.
Right.
She can isolate Northern
Ireland. Southern
How'd
Ireland.
you know I was going to Ireland?
Because you're Irish.
Oh.
It was a fucking layup.
She can do Belfast. That's all I got. She's better. It's more her thing.
Yeah, it definitely is her thing. That's good. Getting guests on here. If you guys want to be guests too, again, don't get us on Twitter. Send us an email. You're an adult.
It is weird though. When,
Changing the world one podcast listener at a time.
They, it's a weird thing that you don't want your moms listening. You're like, I appreciate your support, everything you've done. Do not tune in. Ignore this post. I want you to have nothing to do with this podcast.
Just send it to Dad, and I'll sacrifice the listen.
Dad'll like it. I can hear your dad going,
Hey, Tommy, come in here. Listen to your podcast
you burp a lot.
like your old man.
That's what Marissa said. She's like, you guys burp a lot. I'm like, we always burp a lot.
Yeah.
Drinking beers.
At least I've been holding the fats.
She also said that I was like, what'd you think of the show? She was like, well, I see that show how many times a week? Like every time you guys are together, I see that show. But you never heard it in the car.
Aren't you lucky?
Yeah, lucky her.
Seriously.
She doesn't know how lucky she is.
Exactly. Start respecting.
You best respect.
Give me some respect. I'd like some respect around here.
I bet you would like some respect around here.
Yeah.
You get none in this room.
Not in this room. Not in this house.
What has this room ever got? This house.
No, I get respect everywhere.
Respect this house.
Respect everywhere.
Yeah.
Speaking of respect, I want to respect our listeners.
Aren't they great?
Because if you think about it, right now, if you're listening, chances are you are 100% our listeners. You've listened to 2 out of 2 episodes.
You are
we
2 for 2.
appreciate that. So we must give you much respect.
Their batting average is 1,000.
Through the roof.
Hey, everybody who got to 1 million episodes had their second episode.
Yeah, and we started with you guys. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that.
We do thank you. It's really cool that they listen.
It is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Let us know if you actually like it. Don't just listen and not tell us if we were good
You
or
better not to mention it
You
again, you
better
cocksucker.
not mention that again, you cocksucker.
Know what they should do? If they enjoyed it, share it with somebody. That's the coolest thing you could do.
For sure. But also give us your comments. Hit us up wherever. Jumpin social@gmail.com.
And at every social media thing you could think of, you'll find us if you want to find us.
No, but I push Gmail because you just be an adult.
Because you're an adult.
You're an adult.
You're an adult. Thanks for listening. Whoop, whoop.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for caring. Be an adult.
Bye-bye.